Günaydın sevgili izleyicilerimiz. Hepiniz Together for Women etkinliğimize hoş geldiniz. ConnectionDays.com platformunda başlattığımız dijital etkinliklerimizin üçüncüsünde 8 Mart Dünya Emekçi Kadınlar Günü'ne özel Together for Women etkinliğiyle sizinle buluşmaktan dolayı çok mutluyuz. Çalışma hayatında kadın istihdamı ve fırsat eşitliğinden bahsedeceğimiz bu anlamlı etkinliğimizde bizlerle beraber olan ve farkındalık yaratmayı hedefleyen herkese teşekkürlerimizi sunarız. Gün boyunca ConnectionDays.com web sitesi üzerinden birbirinden değerli konuşmacıları bir araya getirecek olan etkinliğin açılış oturumunu yönetmek üzere sözü Hannover Fairs Turkey Fuarcılık Genel Müdürü Sayın Alexander Kühnel'e bırakıyorum.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, dear participants and visitors, I'm very happy to meet all of you here today. Welcome to all of you. A very special and warm welcome to my co-speakers, Gonca Yilmaz Batur, Deputy Minister of Trade, Juliane Jenke, Board Member of the Women in Exhibition DACH Association, and Annika Klar, Deputy General Manager of Hannover Fairs Turkey. As Hannover Fairs Turkey, subsidiary of Deutsche Messe AG, we created a new digital event platform, the Connection Days. The first Connection Days events was loved and attended by many people and became a roof that brought us together in the digital world of the new normal. This is our third digital event on Connection Days. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you to our event Together for Women at the International Women's Day. International Women's Day is a global day celebrating a social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender equality. Oftentimes, most International Women's Day celebrations and initiatives are targeted at the woman. However, it's essential that people of all gender identities are involved in the conversation and become equal advocates for gender parity. The participation of only women in gender parity activities does not change the problem. The important thing is that both women and men participate in these events together. The most important thing in all matters in life is balance. According to a Harvard Business Review article, when men are deliberately engaged in gender inclusion programs, 96% of organizations see progress compared to only 30% of organizations where men are not engaged. At our event today, we hope that the number of men visitors will be as high as our women visitors. According to the World Economic Forum's Global Gender GAP Report 2020, at the current rate of change, gender parity will not be attained for another 99.5 years. Our world and company leaders play an integral role in forging the path toward change, but it's also up to each and every one of us to get involved, and there is no action too small to get started. To ensure that women continue to progress toward gender equality at work, it's essential that businesses create a professional working environment. Supporting gender parity helps contribute to equal economic empowerment and more prosperous economy overall. As Hannover Fairs Turkey, we care about women's employment and equal opportunity in business. Just as one example, out of 5 members in our top management, 3 members are women. We know the importance of gender equality in business. We believe that the social and economic development created by women and men accessing equal work and equal wage opportunities will be sustainable. To make more and more people aware about that topic, we are organizing today's Together for Women event. The main topics we will talking about are women workforce in industry, diversity, difficulties faced by women in business, projects to increase women's employment in all fields of business, the effect of pandemic on women employees, experiences of women leaders in the manufacturing industry and digital transformation process, and women startup projects and investor meetings. Each session includes very important and high-value speakers. I'm really proud of the content and the quality of all speakers and moderators from many different sectors and industries. I would like to thank everyone who contributed to that beautiful, wonderful event as a speaker and sponsor. In addition, I would like to thank everyone who is with us today. Especially many thanks to my team. You did a great job. Have a wonderful day. İyi günler, kolay gelsin. And as next, I'd like to forward the stage to Annika. Annika, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Alex. Dear Gonca Yilmaz-Batur, Deputy Minister of Trade, ladies and gentlemen, dear speakers, sponsors, and members of the press, günaydın from my side. I'm very happy to meet you at this special digital event. Warm welcome to Together for Women. Together for Women is a special event for the International Women's Day. Since more than 100 years, International Women's Day, March 8, is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also marks a call to action for accelerating gender parity. But what is a 2021 International Women's Day theme? The 2021 theme is Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. The pandemic showed even more that it is still a long way to go for women and girls to achieve a more equal future. And do we still need this International Women's Day? Yes. As Alex already pointed out, according to the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Report, sadly, none of us will see gender parity in our lifetimes, and nor likely will many of our children. As you can see, there's urgent work to do for all of us, and we are all important to make changes. Awareness is half the battle, and all big movements started small. So party, watch, read, talk, share, shop responsibly, and love one another. Whatever you do, every step will matter. And so did my parents. I grew up with a clear statement that every human should have the same rights and that it is very important for all of us to have an own financial independency. So I truly believe that women should be financially independent. It doesn't matter who her parents are, in which country she lives, who her husband is going to be in the future. With this approach, you can shape the life you want to live. I like the quote of Brenner Smith. A man is not a financial plan. Your financial success is up to you. And I really want to point out, today, not a single country can claim to achieve gender equality. Worldwide, there are still multiple obstacles remain unchanged in law and culture. Women and girls continue to be undervalued. They work more and learn less and have fewer choices. And they experience multiple forms of violence at home and in public spaces. Furthermore, there is a significant threat of rollback of hard-won gains. As Hannover Affairs Turkey, as Alex already mentioned, we know the importance of gender equality in business. We care about it, and not only today, we want to discuss together with women and men what it needs to go the next steps to make changes. Today, we will talk about women's employment and gender parity. I am very happy that so many speakers and attendees are with us today. Again, a warm welcome from my side. And I am proud to announce the ones who are supporting our common idea. Special thanks to our sponsors, the Bilstein Group, Intermobile, Kia, Nerex, Ottowin, System Air, Machinery Exporters Association, our supporter, the Turkish Machine Manufacturers Association, our media partner, the Electric Vehicles Magazine, and last but not least, a big thank you to the team of Hannover Affairs Turkey who realized this event with a high level of commitment and pretty sure a lot of fun. I'm wishing all of us a day full of discussions, learnings, and new network opportunities. Have fun. Let's do another steps to gender equality together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Annika. I take over and just one sentence. Thanks a lot, Annika. Guten Morgen, Juliane. The stage is yours.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me for such an important day and for such an important topic of women exhibitions. For women exhibitions, I'm based in Germany, and I started to be interested in the topic around 3 or 4 years ago, although I've been already working in the exhibition industry for 30 years right now. So you see, it was not a topic from the very first point, but I saw a lot of imbalances in leading positions. I've learned a lot about personal challenges. I've learned a lot about structural problems in our industry, and this is what I want to talking about today. We've heard about that this is a worldwide topic, and we here in Germany, we are not very good at either. So we have about 30% of female leaders and board members in Europe, but in Germany this number is only 10%. So this is just one number to underline this, that we have to do a lot in Germany as well. And although this topic is written in our basic law since the late 60s, there you can read man and woman shall have equal rights, you will find a lot of gender imbalances in leadership in Germany today. So, and we talk about family-owned businesses, we talk about stock market companies, and even among the startup companies, we have this problem. So already very young companies start with a problem to have only male leaders. And this makes it necessary to go more into details where and what we can change. And we have figured out 3 different areas in our work. I speak here for women in exhibitions. We started our network about 3 years ago on the international level and for the DACH region, for Germany, Austria and Switzerland. And we figured out 3 different areas to look at, to make it more easy to find instruments to make a change. And the first one is the individual woman. Annika said that already. She pointed out how she grew up, and the way we grow up, our background, our family background, that shapes us. Yeah, we live with our grandparents, with our siblings. We all have a mother and a father, and it makes a difference if you have a mother with a working career or if not. And it makes a difference if for a man as well, if he experienced a working mother, because then for a man it is much more easy to accept a female colleague or to accept a female boss. So there it starts already when we speak about an individual woman. But this is just one part. The other one is when we speak about individual woman, we speak about education. Education is key. So, and we have to be sure we have to deliver for boys and girls the same education. And we have this in Germany, but nonetheless, we have still the same problems. And we offer in the Women in Exhibitions Network on the international level, therefore, for instance, a layered development program where we support with workshops and trainings individual women to work on their own career, to work on their communication, to work on their confidence, and to work on topics like personal branding, because we as women are not very good at it, to build our personal brands. So if you're interested in this program, just contact me. The second area is the company level. When we speak about the company level, we often see structural problems. So the individual woman can do something for themselves, but on the company level, you have often not integrated the topic of gender equality in the culture. So, and therefore you find it very often that male leaders tend to decide for male successors, and male owners decide for male successors as well. And this is not bad. It's simply, it's a human behavior. It feels safe. So if a man decides for a man that this is okay, because it's a younger me. So yeah, it feels safe to say, okay, he's cooler, he's younger, he will do the job in a very good way. That's why they decide so often for younger themselves. But this is a very risky way. We heard that from Annika as well, and from Alexander too. We have to face big challenges in the future. Right now, the Corona crisis, and I'm pretty sure we will have much more to deal in the future with the climate change. And for these challenges, we need every single creative mind, every single. And that means we need the women. We need the women in teams, and we need female leadership, because we know this from a lot of companies that mixed teams in leadership or in the working area, they are much more successful. They have more creative ideas, and homogeneous teams are limited in their creativity and in their success. So, and for international companies, this is the other point. It will become relevant in the future, because for the younger people, they simply demand gender equality in their companies. And if companies ignore this demand, it will lead them to becoming less interesting employer brand. That was the second area, and the third area is the industrial level. So here we talk about industry and professional associations, and you have events like this. We speak about trade shows, where you can see always the brightest minds of the industry. And here, not only here in Germany, we see this worldwide as well. We see the problem that women tend not to raise their hands and to say, I want to be on the stage, I want to lead the association. So this is a problem. But this is something what we can, where we can have a responsibility as organizers, and we can say, hey, we care about that topic, and we want to see more women on stages and more women on the front. And it will be not easy, but if we work on that, it will happen. And we need this female role model again, so that in the future, it will be simply normal that there are women and men in an equal way on the stages. So Together for Women is a great platform to speak about those instruments, to empower individual women and to find instruments against these structural problems. And I wish you a lot of inspiration on this day, a very good day. And we can make a change as mothers, as fathers, as leaders in companies, and as event organizers as well. So let's do this change together. And thank you for having me, and wish you a very great day.
Thank you very much, Juliane. Wonderful words. I already start thinking about how to continue. That was already the beginning for me. Or restart, let me say restart. Finally, I'm very proud and happy that Gonca Yilmaz Batur is with us. Hoş geldiniz. Gonca, the stage is yours. Buyurun.
Dankeschön, Herr Kühne. Thank you very much. Distinguished participants, thank you for the inspiring opening speeches. I would like to start my speech wishing a very happy International Women's Day to the women all around the world who definitely deserve an equal future, free of stereotypes and violence, a future that's sustainable, peaceful, with equal rights and opportunities for all. And I also thank the organizers of this conference, this event, for giving me the opportunity to share, to explain some of the actions that my ministry, the Ministry of Trade in Turkey, has taken to develop women's entrepreneurship and our views on how we can enhance their participation in the economy. Well, we are talking about the same thing for a very long time. It's clear that the path to balanced economy and balanced economic growth and social development is through increasing women's participation in the economy and labor force, and of course providing a suitable environment for the development of women's entrepreneurship. But unfortunately, gender gap in employment remains as one of the biggest challenges in women's economic empowerment. Unfortunately, women are not sufficiently represented in the entrepreneurial population of the world, as is the case with labor force population. According to the data from the OECD, in 2019, in Turkey, the proportion of women working on their own behalf was 1.5%, while this figure for men was 5.8%. The rates were, in 2017, respectively, the rates were 1.3% and 6%. Yes, there is a progress, but it's very little and it's not enough. So as we have a very important organization for the women empowerment in Turkey, which is called KAGİDER, women entrepreneurship, which is based on women entrepreneurship development and enhancement. It made a research, the organization made a research in 2019, and the Women Entrepreneurship Index of Turkey had a score of 44 out of 100 in 2019. So this figure again shows that there is a long way to go regarding women's entrepreneurship. And unfortunately, this is not only the case for Turkey, because Turkey is among one of the top performers regarding women's entrepreneurship. Unfortunately, the world has the same figures when it comes to the women's empowerment in the economy. At this point, as the Ministry of Trade, we have intensified our efforts to support women's entrepreneurship and increase the participation in trade. We established the Department of Export, for example, for women and young entrepreneurs in January 2019. Our projects for women entrepreneurs continue from that time on, and in 2021, without slowing down, of course, in order to enable the women entrepreneurs to benefit more from the, let me say, export supports, to identify their needs and the sectors, of course, where they can gain competitive advantage, and to increase their share in conventional and e-trade in the meanwhile. I would like to give some examples. With our online and physical women entrepreneurship network project, we reach all our women entrepreneurs on a provincial basis. With this project, we created networks that our women entrepreneurs need in order to do business in an easy and reliable environment. As the end of February this year, 2,500 women entrepreneurs have participated Turkey Women Entrepreneurs Network, and approximately 1,400 women entrepreneurs were brought together through meetings held on these networks. In addition, for example, with our Export Academy project, we bring together women and young entrepreneurs who have the will and the potential to export, and provide them with training and mentoring support in the relevant areas. Around 4,500 entrepreneurs have participated in 16 training programs that have been conducted so far within the scope of the Export Academy program. And I'm proud to say that these two projects were classified as excellent by the She Trades Outlook platform of the International Trade Center, which was established by the United Nations and the World Trade Organization. Most important factors in the international acceptance of these projects are uniting women entrepreneurs in our country under a single roof, integrating them into international trade, thus enabling them to gain economic strength. Within the scope of our ministry's digital transformation efforts, we are planning to implement the National Women Exporter Network platform in 2021 as well. And this platform aims to contribute to women entrepreneurs' orientation towards exports and to create the networks they need. Dear participants, another topic I would like to talk about is the cooperatives. It's clear that women entrepreneurs making use of their efforts by engaging in cooperatives will provide great benefits to both women individually and the society. In that sense, as a ministry, we support women to come together to unite their labor and capital to establish cooperatives. Under this aspect, we organize trainings and informative activities for women in line with their demands and ensure their participation in support and beneficial programs. In addition to contributing to increasing the institutional capacities of existing women's cooperatives, we also guide and lead women who have the potential to establish cooperatives as well. Currently, we have 530 women's cooperatives in our field of activity. We have a special support program, cooperative support program, Cooperative in short, that supports investment projects that contribute to the production and employment of the cooperatives, ensure efficiency and productivity of their activities, contribute to the usage of technology and new production techniques, and bring individual savings into economy with cooperative entrepreneurship models. Within the scope of this project, this support program, Cooperative, we decided to provide financial support to cooperatives whose partners are mostly women and which aim to utilize women's labor. Part of the project costs of women's cooperatives were covered with grants within the program scope, enabling them to make investments that they could not make due to capital shortages. We also provide grant support for the purchase of machinery and equipment by women's cooperatives. At the first stage in 2020, we supported 149 projects of 139 cooperatives, women's cooperatives. For the year 2021, we received new applications in February this year, and we will provide grant support to the projects which deemed appropriate. And distinguished participants, in the recent years, with the increase in internet usage and digitalization, which was accelerated by the pandemic, digital business models have also taken off. And global retail e-commerce sales were estimated to be $4.2 trillion in 2020, and it's expected to increase more than $6.5 trillion in 2023. So we developed an electronic commerce information platform for our businesses, including especially women entrepreneurs who are new to e-commerce or want to develop themselves in this field. I'll just give a couple of figures. The number of people using our e-commerce information platform since its launch in March 2020 has reached approximately 450,000. And 43% of this figure is female users. The number of users who have benefited 74 trainings under this program, the e-commerce academy, so far is approximately 43,000, and 46% of this figure are women. The number of users of e-commerce consultants was 50,000, and 47% of this figure is again women. So e-commerce has become an important market entry tool, especially for small businesses and micro enterprises, and for the businesses which have capital shortages to do international marketing activities using physical resources. So in the following period, I believe that many women entrepreneurs will use e-commerce and e-export to set up their businesses, to grow their existing businesses, or to have access to international markets. So, dear participants, we will continue our efforts at the Ministry of Trade to support women's participation in the economy and employment at full speed. With these feelings and thoughts, I would like to thank everyone who contributed to the organization of this event. And once again, happy International Women's Day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Gonca, for that very interesting inside view. Thank you very much, Juliane. Thank you very much, Annika. I think that was a great start for even greater show, for even greater event. Wishing you all a wonderful day, good success. And what I can see now, many projects are started, but it's a long way to go, though let's work on that. That we will decrease that 99.6% down to a lower level. Thank you to all of you. Çok teşekkürler. Dankeschön. İyi günler. Guten Tag. Have a good day. Bye bye.